Hey everyone, it's Jamie from Independent Street NOLA and Seasons and Ritual, and I'm here with my good friend Helen,
Hi.
the Crimson Cadaverous, and we are here for our celestial weekly chat.
Yes.
From 1:16 to 1:22.
Yep.
And we were just talking how Capricorn season,
Lots of work.
lots of work.
Yeah.
It's been lots of work,
Yeah.
even with helpful planets.
Yes, definitely very helpful, but we have still had to, kind of roll up our sleeves and get into the nitty gritty.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Yeah, but it's good. It's felt good. It's felt like we're actually moving something finally.
I agree. And so this is the last week of Capricorn season.
Yeah, went by fast actually.
I feel like it too.
Yeah.
Even with this Mercury retrograde.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking because I was like, wait, it turns direct this week as well.
Yes, that's a spoiler alert.
Yeah. Oh, thank God. Okay, so let's get into it. So Monday is the 16th.
Yes.
Happy Martin Luther King Day.
Yes, happy MLK.
So on the 16th, the moon will be in Scorpio.
Yes.
At the same time, it will be conjunct the South Node because if you
Yes.
guys remember, Scorpio is in the South Node, or
Yes.
you say the South Node's in Scorpio.
Yes.
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 So
South Node is in Scorpio right now. And so when the moon gets there to that same point, they're going to merge energies. And South Node is already about release. Scorpio is about transforming through release.
Yep.
Moon is about our feelings. So feeling like we can release.
Yep.
Feeling like we can let something go.
Right.
And then, of course, anytime we have, the moon in conjunction with the South Node, that means we're going to have an opposition with the North Node. So it's like we're kind of looking across at the direction we're supposed to be moving in. And we're just letting stuff go that isn't ours anymore.
Right. So this is good. That Scorpio, I think, releasing once again secrecy and
Yes. And squaring Venus at the same time, which I feel like means anything that's doesn't align with our values.
Yeah.
Releasing it.
Yeah,
Just being
release
it's not
it.
ours.
Yeah, and ask yourself, do I need to keep up the charade?
Right, the charade, yes. We do not need to keep the charade up anymore.
No. And so just feel like you can let it go. Okay, Tuesday, the moon will still be in Scorpio.
Yep.
And it will be squaring Saturn in Aquarius.
Yep, Saturn, the great teacher, teaching us lessons.
And that is Aquarius's ancient ruler.
Yes.
So I think for that, I feel like it's going to be, once again, part of that release.
Yes.
And seeing, if we're holding on to some sort of idea or some sort of feeling that's not keeping us stable moving forward,
Yeah.
then we need to let it go.
Well, and that definitely, the sextile with the sun and Pluto around that same time definitely speaks to that, because the sun is our true self. Pluto is transforming to become our true selves, essentially. So it's very harmoniously allowing us to release the things that aren't ours.
That's great. And the sun and Pluto will be in Capricorn.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you guys know it's Capricorn season, so the sun has to be there. But,
Yep.
and then the moon will move into Sagittarius.
Yes. So a little bit of fun after all that work we did, with the deep transforming of Scorpio.
Yeah, with that
And the
coming in
South
Monday,
Node
yeah.
Yep.
Which I also think is really interesting that it is coming in on MLK Day.
Yeah.
And releasing maybe some old karma.
Old paradigms.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I like it. Okay, so then Tuesday, Wednesday.
Wednesday, yes.
The moon in Sagittarius.
Yes.
What's the big deal on Wednesday?
To me, I feel like not so much what the moon is doing, but what Mercury and the sun and Pluto are doing.
What?
So Mercury is stationing direct.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yes, and I
Yeah.
feel like that's just, we've had that. Last week we had Eris and Mars stationed direct. This week we have Mercury stationed direct, and then, spoiler alert, Uranus at the end of the week.
Yeah.
But we're just having all this forward moving energy after having a time of just kind of stagnant reflection, holding
Really
back.
going over things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's again what we do with Mercury. We go over things because Mercury speaks to the mind.
Yeah.
And if there have been snafus that have come up specifically with technology, it's not because everything's screwed up.
No.
It's because we're meant to reflect upon how we're using these tools, how we're using this energy.
Yep.
So, I had something come up for me actually one time during a Mercury retrograde where I could not post a post. I could not make it happen, could not make it happen. And I ended up having to try a totally different way to do it. And it turned out to be a much better, faster way.
Oh, I like it.
So it was oh, okay, yes, this was extremely frustrating in this moment because I'm can I just post this stupid thing?
Right.
But,
Once you let it go.
right,
and
once I went
decided-
back to it, I found this much better way of doing it.
Okay, I like
So
this.
anytime you feel that frustration during really any retrograde, but definitely Mercury, I think it's like, why am I frustrated? What am I supposed to be learning from this?
Yeah, just remember that through your silent screams.
Yes,
Or tears.
because it's not just chaos.
Right.
There's method to the madness.
Yeah, there's something we should be learning.
Yes.
Okay.
But so Mercury stationing direct, so
On Wednesday.
those things we've been kind of milling about in our head, we might start to move a little forward with it, where it's not just spinning the wheel so
Yeah.
much. But same day, Sun forms a conjunction with Pluto. And Sun is our true self, Pluto is our true self through transformation. So when those two energies merge, I think authentic to the core
Yeah.
is the best way of explaining it, is we're going to have to be authentic to the core.
And I think that too is just also talking about all the work we have put in that maybe you haven't seen or felt because we've been in this retrograde. Once it starts to station direct, like you're gonna start seeing your hard work pay off. Basically,
Yes.
with all the work you've done on yourself and maybe your surroundings around you. So you guys just stay in there. And remember, conjunction's close.
Yes.
So the sun will be very close to Pluto
Right.
mathematically.
Right.
In that sign of Capricorn, which is work.
Yeah.
Okay, so Thursday, Moon and Sag
Yeah.
will be sextiling Saturn and Aquarius.
Yep.
So I still feel like that's fun energy.
Yeah, I feel like that's like easily setting boundaries.
Yeah.
Easily, dealing with the restrictions we've placed upon ourselves before. Like it's not going to feel as hard to work through those things.
It's also going to be, you're going to feel more comfortable speaking them.
Yes.
Because Mercury has turned direct.
Yep.
So when that boundary comes up, you're going to be like, yeah, actually, this is my boundary.
Yep.
And feel good
it's
about
it's
it.
going to feel like natural.
Yeah. Yay.
And then by the end of the day, the moon moves into Capricorn, and we've got some very grounded energy, to
Yeah.
end Capricorn season with, actually.
Right. The moon moves into Capricorn.
Yes.
Which is so nice because the sun's been in Capricorn, and now we're ending it with the moon in Capricorn.
Yes.
And so this is when things get kind of crazy.
Yeah,
To me-
crazy in a good way. I
Right,
feel
because it's
yeah.
like it starts to pick up. So Friday, the moon, as we said, will be in Capricorn because it moves in on Thursday.
Right.
It will be conjunct Mercury.
Yes.
So the moon in Capricorn will be having a good combo
Yep,
with
merging
Mercury.
energies,
Like,
yep.
what's going on now? I saw how you handled that. Way to go.
Yes.
And then you'll be like, well, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I think they're definitely both, having a conversation with one another just about maybe what came up during Mercury retrograde.
I think so.
And maybe how we feel about it and how we need to move forward with that.
Yeah, and did a good job working
Yeah,
on it.
exactly. And again, it's forming a trine with the moon's north node and Uranus, which suggests we are moving the direction we need to be moving in.
Right.
And that it is going to be different
Yeah.
than it was before.
Yep. So just know that. Like even if like you are doing kind of the same thing, but you're thinking about it differently, that makes all the difference in the
Yes.
world. You
And
know?
that's definitely the Mercury retrograde is we're rethinking some things.
Yeah. And now, and then Friday, the sun will enter Aquarius.
Yes. So Aquarius season. Yay.
Yay! It's my birthday season.
Yay.
Yay! Yay, me and all you other Team Aquarians. out
All of
there.
us. We all have Aquarius in us.
That's true. That's
Yes.
true. So the sun will enter Aquarius on Friday, and then immediately following on Saturday, we have the new moon in Aquarius.
Yes.
And so hopefully you guys are starting to see these new moons are coming immediately once the sun enters these signs.
Right.
So keep with that theme because it's going to change here in the spring.
Yes.
You and I were talking about that. So,
Yes.
but back to this new moon.
Which this new moon is, I really like it. I think it is a really, really forward-moving moon. New moons are already about moving forward,
Yeah.
starting new things, duh. Aquarius, of course, is
Yeah.
a forward-moving sign. It's all about the future. But the reason why I think it's definitely going to have a lot to do with moving forward is because of that conjunction with Pluto.
Right. And so once again, conjunction's close.
Right.
So the new moon, which is the dark moon, is speaking to Pluto,
Yes.
which is death and transformation.
Yep.
And it's in Aquarius.
Yep.
Or this idea of Aquarius is thinking. So
Yes. And so Pluto basically is just saying like, all right, what's the baggage you are still carrying that is just almost going to make you late for the plane that you're trying to get on, because you're
the
carrying
plane to
around
your
this
new
baggage.
life, yeah.
Yes.
Your new
like
way
if
of
you're
thinking.
carrying around like all these stupid rolly suitcases
Yeah.
that are falling apart and stuff, like you're gonna miss that flight.
Right.
So Pluto right now is like, all right, let me take that baggage away from you. Go
Just,
off on
it
your
just
way.
drops it into
Yep.
the pit.
Go off on your way.
Yeah.
You know, and that sextile to Jupiter, actually, I think it's just making it all really, really optimistic. Like
Right.
this optimistic feeling that we can move forward.
Right, because Jupiter is luck, gifts, faith.
Yes, prosperity.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's in Jupiter still in Aries, and Aries is the initiator. So we have, I don't want to get people confused, but we're like we have fire energy with Aries.
Yeah.
We have water energy with Pluto.
Yeah.
And we have intellectual air with Aquarius. So this
Yeah.
is good, guys. This is bringing in all those elements, if you will. And the moon would be in Capricorn at the beginning of the day, so that is some earth.
Yeah, so we've got all the elements here covered. I think it's actually a really balanced energy to move forward with.
I think so,
Where I think we're going to find, you know, because again, the moon starts in Capricorn at the beginning of the day. There is some grounding to the day.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, what is it? Who was it? Casey Kasem that said you got to keep your feet on the ground, keep reaching for the stars.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank you.
I mean, I feel like that's
Yeah.
kind of that energy where
Okay.
we're going to need to remain grounded, but we are still reaching for the stars. We
Yeah.
are still moving forward.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what that reminds
Yeah,
me
I
of
like
there.
that. Thank you, Casey Kasem.
Yeah, you know, the late
Maybe.
great.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, then Sunday, the moon will still be in Aquarius. We are in
Yes.
Aquarius season, so
Yes.
yay.
So lots of that Aquarius, you know,
Yeah,
energy going on. And same day, we got a lot going on with Uranus, which is the ruler of Aquarius.
yes,
So we've got Uranus stationing direct.
right.
It's been retrograde since August, I want to say, of last year. A
Seems
long
like,
time.
yeah, since 2022.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like
Okay.
6 months or so, 5
Yeah.
months, something like that. We're squaring the moon. So the moon's in Aquarius, which of course is Uranus based. And we've got that moon squaring Uranus. And we've got Uranus stationing direct at the same time. So again, that Aquarius Uranus energy, I feel like, is been building kind of all week.
Right.
Culmination here at the end of the week of like, all right, we are moving forward. We are accepting that the future is
Yeah.
here. We're going with it.
Yeah, your brain might hurt this day.
Yeah,
It's okay.
that's okay.
Yeah, just be aware. Like you could have some brain, like your brain just might be like, I can't keep thinking like this
Right.
anymore. Like it's like there's got to be something new. So allow that. Like
Yeah.
really pay attention to what you're thinking. Pay attention to the questions you're asking.
Yeah.
And pay attention to what people are telling you and if you think it's real or not.
Right.
This is a big deal. Uranus is the cosmos. It's like you said, it's Aquarius's future or modern ruler. And so that's where we get our answers from.
Yeah.
And so it's also like there's more answers and there's more questions.
Yeah.
So it's time to start thinking differently.
And I think we have a period of some really forward moving, yet using that information that we've gained along the way period coming up with once Uranus stations direct, we are going to have all major planets direct for 3 months.
That's great
until
energy.
April 21st.
That's great.
It's really great energy, but I do want to say it is definitely that kind of energy where we're going to want to take deep breaths and stay grounded because it is going to kind of feel like we're going to be like, all right, now we can do everything.
Now I get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we can't do everything all at once.
No.
So we want to take deep
That's true.
breaths, stay
Yeah.
grounded, make sure we're still remembering our foundations.
Yeah, and I do think I could say yes or no, but I mean, whatever. I guess Mercury's still retrograde right now because I can't find my
Yes.
thoughts. Because it is, like you said, it is important to know, like, it's not a sprint,
It's a marathon.
right?
Yes.
So you just stay present, stay present, stay
Yes.
present. Take
we're
each day at a
definitely going to have
time.
to do that.
Sunday, the same day that Uranus stations direct, the moon in Aquarius will be trining Mars in Gemini.
Yes.
And the reason I bring that up is because Aquarius is air, Gemini is air, and that Mars there, right, is that masculine,
Yes.
which moves, is that energy of moving. So that's a lot of speaking too, right?
Yeah.
That's like, okay, we can get things done. And Gemini is options, and so a lot of options you might come to you. That doesn't mean you have to, do
it
them
all.
all,
Yeah.
right? Or not do. You
Again,
can do.
take deep breaths.
Right. It's up
Remember
to you.
who you are.
See where you are that day. What
Yeah.
makes sense that day. Because it's squaring Uranus.
Yep.
and the North Node. The moon will be squaring.
Yep.
That Uranus and the North Node in Taurus. Taurus is that earth.
Yeah.
So that's going to ground us. That's going to really ask us, what is best for me right now? And it's probably not going to be what's best for you 6 months ago or maybe even a week ago. It's
Yeah.
important for you to ask yourself, what's best for me right now?
That's interesting that you bring that up because I'm realizing that Mercury is trining the North Node on that day.
Oh.
But repeating a trine that we just experienced yesterday on the 13th when Mercury was retrograde. So we're going back to that same exact placement, Mercury trine North Node, but without Mercury being retrograde on
That
this
was
Sunday.
great because yesterday, which was the
Friday the
13th, which
yeah.
I like that day, I was kind of gaslit.
Yeah.
I was kind of gaslighty all day.
I think
I like
a
to- I
week
wouldn't
later,
mind.
it's
Yeah.
going to be a little more clarity on those
Okay, I would
things.
love it. I would love to revisit
Yeah,
again. And
I think so. And
so
oh my
will I.
God, and look at this. We've got Venus conjunct Saturn that same day.
So Venus will be very close to Saturn.
Yes,
Both
and
in
they're
Aquarius.
both in Aquarius, very discerning intellectual energy. Venus is
Stability.
our value system, what we
Yeah.
find beautiful, what matters to us in life. Saturn is how we build foundations and
Yep.
structures and boundaries. And I think it's like we cannot move forward with values that aren't right for us.
Yeah.
And doing things that aren't right for us based on false values.
Based on false values, and I want to just say, like, we have moral compasses.
Yes.
And it might not be what the world says, but I feel like
It's ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to go back to that. You know, like, I feel like there's some just natural laws of nature
Yes.
that, you know, that we have as humans.
That we will just gravitate towards.
back towards because,
We have to.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
and
so.
this isn't like brimstone and fire shit. I'm not
No.
talking about that kind of stuff, but just like,
I think the opposite of that.
yeah, like normal human-y.
Just natural flow of the earth. Like
Yeah.
flowing with the earth because we're
Yeah.
on the earth, so we should
Flow with
the
it.
earth. And you know,
True.
to finish all that out, we've got Jupiter conjunct Juno on the same day. We've got all
Our
this like,
sweet Juno.
yes, and I think we're meant to understand Juno in a completely different way.
Yep.
I don't think she's just about relationships and romance and,
And
stuff
jealousy.
like that. I think she's actually about commitment. And not just committing to another person, but committing to yourself, committing to the universe, committing
Yeah.
to what you believe in. And
Yeah.
Jupiter's right there, merging energies with Juno,
Yeah.
Juno,
Juniper.
Juniper, telling us almost like go big or go home, like
Yeah.
commit to it or
Yeah.
get the hell out.
Yeah, it's
Like,
time. It's time to commit to,
Yeah.
to ourselves. That's this age of Aquarius.
Yeah.
You know? And like going back to like normal human Earth
Yes.
commitments, like normal. I want to say like North Star type stuff, but I don't know. I might not be making sense. Mercury's still retrograde. Yeah.
Get back to basics.
Yeah, get back to basics. Thank
Yes,
you.
we
Like,
definitely
thank
need
you.
that. And I think this energy is going to move us there. I think it's like we're moving towards something brand new,
Yeah.
but it's actually really, really old.
Yep, because it's going back into like this new way of like just I hate to say new way
Almost
of
like
thinking.
a horseshoe.
Yeah,
You know, like we're going all the way back to the beginning.
yeah,
Yeah.
where maybe we already had it figured out,
Yes.
like with a lot of things.
where we just looked up in the sun and we knew it was time to do something.
Right, yeah, it can be that simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that again.
Because we, like you said, we're clearing out this age Pisces. We're clearing out, you know, the illusion.
Yeah, this whole week is about clearing out because the moon is waning for most of the week.
Yeah.
And we're just out with the old and with the
Detox.
new.
Keep detoxing.
Yes, definitely a detox. I like
Keep
it.
detoxing. It's a good week.
Yeah, I like it. I'm
Yeah.
real excited about it.
So you guys just take it one day at a time.
Deep
Capricorn
breaths.
season, Mercury retrograde has been sort of a cock punch every
Yeah,
day.
it's
been
been-
good. It's been low. It's been okay. It's been good. It's been
Yeah,
low. So
we don't know if we're coming or going. but
No.
something's happening.
no, like we're drinking coffee.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It's king cake season.
Yay.
So
yeah, happy carnival.
yeah, happy carnival.
Yeah.
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 Okay, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or Helen via our Instagram or YouTube channels.
Yes.
Or even you guys can email us or reach out to my website. So happy last week of Capricorn season.
Yes.
Happy Mercury stationing direct.
Yes. Thank you, universe.
Thank you, universe. Happy
Yes.
MLK Day.
Yes.
And happy Aquarius season.
Yeah. Happy life.
Happy life. All right, you guys. See you next time.
Bye.